Welcome to Weeping Willow Homestead and another What We Eat for Dinner in a Week. And welcome to daylight savings time where the lighting is awful again. I hate daylight savings time. Can we stop, please? Anyway, in these videos, I show you how I combine inexpensive Aldi groceries with food that we are blessed with from the food pantry to make hopefully well-balanced, well-rounded, delicious meals. As a family, we generally eat low carb because my husband and I do for health reasons. And as the sole cook in the house, it is easier for me to make one meal than to try to be a short order cook. But you'll see variations to that and I'll explain as we go. So tonight is Monday night and I made what has to be one of the laziest meals I have ever made. This was not what I had planned for dinner. I had spaghetti down, and when I said we were having spaghetti, all of my kids were like, I really don't want spaghetti. And I was like, I really don't want spaghetti either. Spaghetti is not a favorite food in our house. My kids will eat lasagna fine. They'll eat pizza fine. But for whatever reason, spaghetti is just not, it's just not. So, which is weird because most kids love spaghetti. So I looked at what else I had down for this week and I was like, hey, let's do this because it's going to be quick and easy. And it was really quick and easy. I dumped a quart of home canned potatoes that were ones we grew in our garden into this. And then I drained the liquid from a can of home canned and grown green beans. And then I pulled a package of smoked sausage that had already been sliced out of the freezer. And I put the sausage in the bottom, the potatoes on top of those, and then the liquid from the green beans on top of that, and let that simmer until the sausage was thawed out. And then I poured the green beans on top and let that simmer until they were warmed through and dinner's ready. Wow, fancy, I know. In all, this literally took me like 15 minutes to make. I will take it. And all of my kids are happy because they love this. If you are doing homemade, like from scratch without the canned potatoes, drain off the juice from a couple of cans of store-bought green beans and boil your potatoes in that. Put your sausage on top of that to steam for a little bit and release the flavor from it. And then put your green beans on top of that and steam it and it's done. This is such a quick and easy meal. Growing up, we would serve this with cottage cheese and applesauce on the side and then a piece of buttered bread. So it's a very frugal meal. If you are feeding a large crowd, this is a great one. So for me, because this isn't low carb and I do have to eat low carb, I'm either, I don't know, I'm not super hungry right now. So I might just eat the sausage and green beans out and call that good, or I'll come up with something. We've still got some leftovers from last week, so I could always do that, but yeah, whatever, we're good. So quick and easy Monday night dinner. We'll see you tomorrow. It is Tuesday night, and this is not what I had planned for dinner tonight either. I had planned to throw dinner in the crock pot today, and the day kind of got away with me, and then I kind of forgot. So maybe tomorrow. I don't know. We'll see. So tonight I have, we're doing breakfast for dinner, which was on the menu, just wasn't on the menu for tonight. So I cooked a pound of sausage from Aldi in this pan, and then I left the drippings in there and cooked our eggs in it. And then I did a, there, now I'm going to step out of the light because it's daylight savings time. I hate it. This is apple crisp, and I will post this recipe in the show notes. It's a really pretty easy one. I did lower the amount of brown sugar that it calls for because I always lower the amount of sugar that a recipe calls for if I have the choice. So for me, I don't know. I'm not hungry. I have been, normally I fast through breakfast and then I eat a fairly decent lunch and dinner. And here lately I have been eating a little bit of something for breakfast. So then I'm eating lunch kind of late, like closer to 2, and then I'm not hungry for dinner. So yeah, I don't know. I'll come up with something. That's how it works. Yeah, we'll see. I promise I am eating. I am taking care of myself. I'm eating well. It's just, you know, mom life. So that is Tuesday night's dinner. We'll see you tomorrow. Hey, guess what? This isn't what it was planned for dinner tonight either. We're just going to keep putting off that spaghetti, and eventually we're just not going to choose it. So we ended up, today was the second day in a row that was like super nice out. Like in this, like low 70s. And so we ended up spending pretty much all day outside today. I got a bunch of garden work done. Just some random like landscaping type stuff done. One of the boys dug a big rock out of the yard that we've been meaning to get out of the yard and hauled it to a different part of the yard. You know, just the kids all played. It was a lovely day. So I wanted something quick and easy for dinner tonight. So these are that. Oh, hi, kitty. I call her Gracie. She's one of the kittens from last year. One of the 2 that we have left. The rest of them have all found homes. So anyway, she's pretty. That's why she stayed, because she's that like gorgeous dark gray color and green eyes. Anyway, so this is the chicken breasts, the seasoned chicken breasts that I bought from Aldi with the intention of me using them on salads, and I have used about half the bag for that, cooked it up and diced it up, froze it. But I just went ahead and there were like 3.5 is what we're going to call it, of those left, and I did those in the air fryer. I will warn you, if you buy them, they are very salty. They are very flavorful, but pretty heavy on the salt. So, did those and just sliced those up. This was the bag of papillon, I think I kept the thing. Oh, there it is. Which I did go ahead and Google, and it does mean butterfly, which farfalle also means butterfly. So I wonder if one's Italian and one's something else. I don't know. But they are butterfly-shaped pasta. So I just made a quick mac and cheese out of that, and it turned out beautiful. And then I did steamed broccoli, and I threw it in the colander, and then I melted some butter and then sauteed a little bit of garlic in the butter just till it was nice and fragrant, and then mixed that in. So a quick and simple meal. I will just eat the chicken and broccoli, and that's fine with me. I may have a couple bites of the macaroni and cheese because I had thought about saving some of the sauce off of it and putting on the broccoli, but I didn't get it done. So, all right, that is Wednesday night's dinner. We'll see you tomorrow. It is Thursday, and tonight, it was a long day. We went to the food pantry this morning, and it took longer than I was planning. You'll have seen that video already. And it was also kind of rainy, nasty, stormy all day today, and it's not done. We're supposed to get some nasty ones overnight. So, I decided to throw something in the crock pot, when I got home from the food pantry, so that dinner was done and I didn't have to worry quite so much about it. So, I did crack chicken is the recipe. I hate that title. I keep trying to come up. Someone else said cracker chicken because you eat it with crackers. There was someone else that had one just recently, and I don't remember what it was. I would love to throw other ideas at what we can call this, because I hate the connotations of crack chicken. You cook chicken breasts, chicken thighs, whatever you have on hand. I actually did chicken thighs, like 4 frozen chicken thighs from Aldi. And then I threw in 2 cans of chicken, like drained the diced chicken that we get from the food pantry and threw in there as well to make it go a little bit further. You cook that with ranch seasoning in it. And then when it's done, about 15 minutes before you're ready to serve it, you shred it up, add in cream cheese, shredded cheddar cheese, and bacon bits. You're not winning any health food awards with this one, but it's delicious. So that's that. To serve it, we had quite a bit of the mac and cheese left last night, so I just reheated it and kind of chopped it up so that we're going to do this with the steamed broccoli. I had some left last night, and then I added to it. So we'll do the pasta with the broccoli on top, and then this on top of everything. For mine, I just won't do the pasta. I just won't do the pasta. So, and that's fine with me. I'm not missing it. Tonight is also, it's Pie Day. I don't know if you guys know what that is. It's kind of some people know what it is, some people don't. Today is 3.14, and which is the beginning of pi, 3.145. I don't remember all of it now. I used to have like the first 10 digits memorized. I do not anymore. So I baked a pie, and I baked a pie. Because we're goofy homeschoolers like that. This is just pie dough from Aldi that's been in my refrigerator for a while. And then I used a can of home canned apple pie filling to make it. So the kids will be having that for dessert as just kind of a special treat. The kids are all giggling about it because they think it's funny. So yeah, that is Thursday night. We'll see you tomorrow. It is Friday night, and Friday night at our house means pizza night. Sometimes that is store-bought, sometimes it's homemade. It is almost never takeout, like maybe once every couple of years, because we live too far out in the country for takeout to be delivered to us. And I can make a whole lot of frozen pizzas or even from scratch pizzas for cheaper and faster than ordering it, going in and picking it up, coming home, all that. So we just don't do it. So tonight I used the 2 things of frozen pizza dough that we got from the food pantry quite a while back. They've just been living in my freezer waiting for a day to use them. And they did not behave very well. This was stretched out for the entire pizza pan when I put it in the oven, but it didn't stay that way. The dough was still a little cold. I probably should have gotten it out yesterday to thaw. I just got it out this morning, so my fault. Now I know. I've never worked with store-bought pizza dough before, so there you go. Lesson learned. So I did a pepperoni, a meats, which is just like breakfast sausage and some bacon bits, a cheese, and then this one is a cheat barbecue chicken because I just used lunch meat and barbecue sauce for it. And then the kids are going to have a fruit salad. I had fully intended on making a salad with this, like lettuce salad. And time got away from me making the pizzas and rolling the pizza dough out. And then Saturday mornings, I always make a big breakfast. And so I was prepping a French toast casserole to put in the oven or in the refrigerator, and I'll bake it in the morning. So yeah, oops. And when I realized that, I was like, oh, crud. I also realized I have like no salad dressing in the house anyway. So, I would have had to make some, and the salad dressing that I make that all the kids like is mustard, honey mustard salad dressing. And I have no mustard in the house either. Look at me go. So yeah, that's all right. I don't know what I'm making for dinner for me. This is like my usual Friday. I get so laser focused on making pizzas and then I forget to make me anything. So I might throw some chicken in the air fryer, or I think we've got some of those cheddar brats. I could throw a couple of those and make some zucchini fries or something quick and simple like that. I'm not a picky eater for the most part, but I'm also not like super hungry right now either. So. Sorry, singing kid in the background. So tonight is also the one night a week that we for sure do dessert. We still have pie left over from last night. We've got ice cream. We've got that ice cream that we picked up from the food pantry. I've got some cookies that are already baked. I've got some cookie dough that's not baked. There's options. And that's usually what I do is I just put everything out on the counter and let the kids pick and choose whatever they want. We generally only eat dessert once a week. Sometimes like this week, we're doing a couple of times. But always on Friday night, we do pizza. We watch a movie while we eat pizza. And then we have dessert usually about 2/3 of the way through the movie. So it's kind of become a family tradition that's fun. So, all right, that is Friday night. We'll see you tomorrow. It is Saturday night, and Saturday nights I usually make a big meal, and I will explain why here in a minute. Tonight's dinner was a bit of an interesting one. We had an errand to run, and we got chatting with the lady there. She like homeschool and health issues and frugality and those kind of things. And so time got away from me. So we got in the car and we got home, and I looked at the clock in the car and it was 4:30, and I was like, okay, I've got 2 hours until dinner needs to be ready. So I threw the chicken in the oven and then proceeded to go and do a organizing project. And I got done with that, and I came in the kitchen, and I looked at the clock, and it said 6:45, and I was like, there's no, what? How? I did not spend 2 hours doing that. I spent about an hour, because I'm really good at, like, gauging time in my head. And then I realized the clock in the car had not been changed since spring forward. Oops. So it was 5:30 when we got home instead of 4:30. Oops. So it is now 7:30, which is an hour later than we normally eat dinner because that's how long it took to get the chicken to be done, because I was banking on it taking 2 hours. So those were frozen chicken legs that I put in the oven, which is why they took quite a while. So frozen chicken legs with barbecue sauce, 2 without, because my little one does not like the barbecue sauce. She says it's spicy. I threw a frozen bag of Brussels sprouts with some random bits of bacon that I had in the air fryer. This was, luckily I had 2 of the frozen mashed potato things thawed out, so those were a quick and easy side. And then I threw green beans, a quart of home canned green beans, in that one to warm up to make another quick side, which I guess I didn't really need quick sides because the chicken took a while longer. Oops. So yeah, it all came together. I also had a loaf of bread that I baked earlier this week. I don't even remember when. And so I've got that out, and we'll do bread and butter, or they could do jelly or honey on it, whichever. So that is a late dinner, so I'm going to stop chatting. If you are new here, this is the end of our week of meals. On Sunday, when we get home from church, I pull out whatever leftovers we have, and the kids pick and choose whatever they want, and we make up plates and microwave them, and we call it good. It's a great way of getting leftovers used. For dinner on Sunday, I pull out charcuterie board things, so snacky items, anything that you would normally see on a charcuterie board, cured meats, dried fruits, cheese, nuts, those kind of things. And then once again, I let the kids pick and choose whatever they want. So it makes for Mama has a day off, which I need at the end of the week to start a new week, all of that. So, all right, that is everything. We're going to go devour this. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a great day. Goodbye and God bless.